These are two teams who have championship aspirations and two teams that made bold, big trades in season. Although the Lakers, I don't know if you'd call acquiring Gasol bold. What a great pickup it's been. And Jeff Van Gundy, you've seen what he's done already as Jason Kidd knocks down the three. Gasol has been tremendous.
Well, they got him for unproven commodities. He's a 20-point-a-game scorer, shooting 60% from the floor, can get you 10 rebounds a game, and has really carried them in Andrew Bynum's absence due to injury.
And you saw that record, 11-2 with Gasol. Flips it up. He's shooting 60% from the field. Dampier, quick outlet. Here comes Kidd. Their fast break points have certainly increased, and Howard knocks it down. All right, Mark Jackson, what about Jason Kidd, his impact so far and long term?
Well, long term, I don't understand mortgaging the future. You get rid of a guy like Devin Harris, this 25-year-old point guard that has a wonderful future. You get rid of designer job of big man. With Jason Kidd, Mark Cuban, and Avery Johnson, the Mavericks are saying, we want to win it right now. Future Hall of Fame point guard that brings competitiveness to the table, not afraid of the moment, so it'll be interesting to see. If you ask me, though, I don't think they can win a title this year.
It's still a work in progress. Again, only 6 games. Nice feed. Oh, beautiful pass. And Eric Dampier with the finish. All the Mavs are raving about his court savvy and his ability to deliver the ball when sometimes they don't expect it.
Well, the guy I'm sitting next to has the same quality as the player as Jason Kidd did right there. He sees the play before the play is able to be made. So Jason Kidd didn't make the pass once the ball got in his hands. He saw that pass right as Dampier started rolling to the rim.
Well, Kidd and the Mavs off to a terrific start so far. Here's Howard guarded by Bryant. Kobe Bryant lost it. Dampier showing his hustle in the opening minutes, and they'll get a new 24.
I'm just amazed. I didn't know you had that type of vision on the floor, Mike. You talking about you?
Makes me uncomfortable that he's complimenting you early. Nowitzki, Luke Walton on him.
Just think of how it makes me feel that I have to.
Walton on the steal. Walton's putting together some nice games recently. Draws the foul as Josh Howard was backtracking. And Walton will go to the line. Howard picks up his first.
Well, here, Josh Howard comes off the pick and roll, and as Dampier rolls, before Kidd caught the ball, he already saw that pass, pinpointed it right on the rim. Dampier doesn't have great hands, but on that pass, it's an easy catch and dunk.
And Jason Kidd, as Walton knocks down the first, he'll tell you, I'm still trying to figure things out. He said he's made some mistakes defensively so far, and he's also trying to learn the second and third options of all the plays. But, Mark, you've always felt the great players don't need a lot of time to adjust to their new team.
No, it's not a complicated game. I can remember growing up in the park. You don't need to adjust. 5 guys step on the floor, and you're ready to play together. So there's no rules as far as adjusting. This is a team that loves pick-and-roll basketball, and that's what they're going to do, push the ball and get into multiple pick-and-roll plays.
How about Luke Walton? 2 steals and a blocked shot. They're going to have a hell ball. Walton felt he got sat on, but they'll jump it up at the Mavs free throw line circle.
And you just love the energy that Walton is playing with. Comes up with the block shot, and that time help defense and sacrificing his body, hitting the deck, causing the jump off.
I've always said this. You're on the floor with the ball. All bets are off. You can punch somebody, sit on their head. They're going to call a jump ball if you grab them.
That's what I love about the NBA right there.
Oh, that's football. That's not basketball.
Even that jump ball right there was a lot of contact on that. I like it. Physical tone.
Fisher, physical tone, right to the basket. Odom keeps it alive. Not they're going to count it. A goaltending call. So count the basket. And it's 7-4. Avery Johnson. Of course, when Devin Harris was the point guard and others here in Dallas, very much in control, calling a lot of the plays. Is all the talk now. Now he has to back off a little bit. Let Jason Kidd kind of operate the offense. Howard inside, misses. And Kobe Bryant the rebound.
That's one of the biggest misnomers about that trade. Jason Kidd likes plays to be called for him. He doesn't want to run the offense by making play calls. I think most every coach in this league, other than the triangle where Phil Jackson calls very few, are in charge of the play calls, just like in football.
Well, Kidd pushing, drives hard. This is the layup. Wanted a foul. And the Lakers come the other way.
One thing, as a player, a former point guard myself, I hated when a coach called every single play. I think you have to have a guy on the floor that's an extension of the coach that you trust is going to run the offense.
So a loose ball foul call on Walton first. As mentioned, our sideline reporter this afternoon, Michelle Tafoya. Hey, Michelle.
Hey, Mike. You know, on this topic, before the game, Avery Johnson told me Jason Kidd's come a long way in a really short amount of time, but that he's still learning the nuances of Dallas's offense. At the same time, Johnson said they've eliminated a lot of the plays they used to call, so that heading into the playoffs, rather than having dozens of plays with dozens of options, he's hoping they can get really good at a few key plays they can go to again and again. So the evolution continues, Mike.
All right, Jason Terry misses that one. Michelle Gasol running the floor. And the finish, Bill Jackson telling us before the game, one of the surprises for him with Gasol at 7 feet. He can really run the floor well.
He's a big-time scorer, and he gets a lot in transition. That time, battling Derek Fisher for the rebound, sprints the length of the floor, catches the ball as a trailer, and finishes at the rim. That's a good sign for a big guy.
Howard fires away. Josh Howard misses. Just over 4 minutes gone by. Pretty quick pace, although the shooting much to be desired. Kobe Bryant finding Odom. Odom inside. Got hit. And Odom will shoot two.
Well, Gasol here is the trailer. Fisher does a good job looking off the defense, buying time. And Dampier was late getting back. A very good trail play by Gasol. Strong finish. Transition defense is so critical in these type of games where both teams are very good in the half-court defense. You've got to get back and get your defense set.
Won't get a lot of easy baskets in the half-court. Meanwhile, Gasol, how much of an impact for him, just mentally? You go from Memphis, where you're on the third worst team in the NBA record-wise, to a team that has a shot at a title. Talk about just rejuvenating a player.
Well, it's not just the team. It's just you get to live in L.A. compared to Memphis. I mean, that's a step up right there. And now, then you get to go to a better team that has championship caliber talent. Wow. I bet you picked up the lottery tickets.
Jeff Van Gundy's weekly shot at Memphis is sponsored by...
It's not a shot. It's the truth. You got Graceland, and I don't know what else. The Ducks walking down that hotel.
The Peabody Hotel.
Okay.
Got some great restaurants, some great jazz.
That's true. I'm underselling.
You're going to get some letters from some of the proprietors on Beale Street. As Howard lost it out of bounds, they come down the other way.
Did you just say some letters? I think he's going to get more than some. I think if you're Pau Gasol, though, the thing that you realize, you're now traveling to ball games feeling like you're going to win, as opposed to, oh, what's going to happen today? Another bad performance. We don't have a chance of winning. Now he feels like the heavyweight champ entering a building.
Howard on Bryant. Fun matchup there. Josh Howard, one of the better defenders, as Bryant shot in and out. Lakers just 2 of 8 to start. Kidd has been told by Avery Johnson, shoot the ball more. Last game, prior to this one, had a season-high 21 points after not shooting much in his first 4 games with the Mavs.
I had a chance to talk to Jason Kidd yesterday. He said, hey, my goodness, speaking of making plays, Kobe Bryant with the blow-by finishing at the rim. And Jason Kidd said, playing pick-and-roll basketball with Dirk Nowitzki is so easy because the defense is daring me to be a scorer. They're playing off of me and going at him because he's a shooter. I'm looking to make plays and be aggressive.
But just like on that pick and roll, they went way under. He could have just shot the ball. He's got to look to score.
Howard looks to score, knocks down the 3. And Dallas goes up by 3. The Mavericks have not been a great road team this year. 14 and 17 on the road. They've been terrific at home. Nice move inside. Kobe Bryant with a couple of quick field goals. And the Lakers back within 1.
That time the Dallas Mavericks chose to double team Kobe Bryant with Dirk Nowitzki. What you can't do in the double is allow the guy with the ball to split you. Kobe Bryant does and gets the easy two.
Luke Walton almost forces another turnover. Fisher does. Laker defense has been excellent to start. Bryant on the pull-up. And Gasol tips it back out. And a trip. Jason Kidd inadvertent. And that's his first foul. And we'll have our first timeout.
What you love about it is when the stars show up and get the job done. Jason Kidd, national TV pick and roll. You go under, left hand scoop in traffic. And then, mama, there goes that man. Kobe Bryant attacking the basket, finishing for the easy deuce. And that's not it. Splits the double team. One thing he can do is finger roll.
And I'm not sure Dirk saw Magic Johnson play to call him the best, but on this pick and roll, right as that ball's released from Howard to Kidd, Kidd catches, knows that Gasol's showing, throws it right up to the rim. Great vision from one of the all-time great passers that we've ever had in this game.
Kidd's going to be 35 years old this month, but he says he feels great health-wise. He says he feels like he's 25. And of course, that was a big part of the deal. Devin Harris so much younger and a terrific young player. Fisher with 3 on the shot clock. Tough shot. He got bailed out. And he'll go to the line. Look at number 2 on that list.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The NBA League Pass might not have gotten to Germany when he was a youngster, Dirk, so he probably didn't see number 1, 2, 3, or 4 very often. I'm not ready to go and call him the best ever, but he certainly is in the discussion.
Fisher gets the first. What I like is when we put those up, he gets very humble and quiet during these moments. Don't you notice that?
No, didn't you see the fist pump? Like, yeah, I'm relevant again.
No, truthfully, I'm absolutely amazed every time I see it because I look at the company that I'm in, and I'm well aware of what those guys have done for the game of basketball. So it's truly honored.
It is a pretty special list. Kidd this year, he had a 17-assist game for Dallas. He had a 17-assist game for New Jersey. Only 2 other players in the history of the NBA has had double-figure assist games for 2 different teams in the same season. Mark Jackson's one of them. Did it with Denver and Indiana back in his playing days.
You know what's messed up? I was doing research as Pau Gasol off the dish from Kobe Bryant all night long, and I didn't come up with that. And you're just phenomenal with the way you come up with these amazing stats.
Well, that was Denver. They weren't even trying to win that yet.
You don't have to go back once you say something nice. You don't have to find something negative.
What did I do?
No.
Meanwhile, the foul call as Terry goes to the line. He was down the other end.
A little different when you're playing 2-man game with Pau Gasol and Kobe Bryant. The defense has to pay the price for over-helping. You hand off the pass to Pau Gasol, big, long, athletic, able to finish at the rim.
And what was great about that is Gasol does this well. He keeps the ball up. He doesn't bring it down where the guards can strip him in rotation. He can catch and finish. The ball remained up over his head.
Well, you see Gasol, again, the key number is at 11 and 2. Their scoring is up. Their sharing the ball is up. You see Kobe Bryant's numbers since then. He's a smart player. He's a skilled player who can do a lot of different things. And again, he's loving life now, playing for a team that has a shot at a title.
The favorite to win it all is the Los Angeles Lakers.
You've been saying that for a while.
I think we're in single digits as far as how many times we've agreed with one another, and that's certainly one of them. I picked them as the favorite also.
Good hustle from Luke Walton, giving the Lakers another possession. Walton coming off some of his best games. He's been a little banged up, but playing some good ball. Phil Jackson loves the intangibles. Walton gets to the rim and puts it in. He had a season high in their last game in points, season high in rebounds the game before.
You get a guy like Pau Gasol on the floor for you, that's another guy that the defense has to account for. It opens up space for everybody else on the floor. Even that time, Luke Walton able to get to the rim.
Dampier not looking for it. Ball poked away. Bryant almost with the steal. Howard try another 3, and in and out. Dampier, the offensive rebound. That's one of his strengths. He's a good offensive rebounder.
And you just saw the difference between him and Gasol. He brought that ball down on the offensive rebound, almost got it stripped, but then had the strength to finish at the rim.
Gasol, nice left hand, pretty move, made it look easy.
The ability to go both ways on the block, spinning off, weak hand off the glass, power move by Gasol, has the package from the post.
Hard screen, Stackhouse hitting on Fisher. Terry is open. He's been struggling shooting the ball recently, but knocks that one down. And Terry with his first field goal.
And I think Dallas has gotten away with numerous illegal screens so far as LA's going under the pick and roll to Dampier is the human illegal screen.
Fisher misses. Odom the rebound. Nice feed to Gasol. Won't go, but a foul. Odom's setting it up, and Gasol will go to the line. Odom playing some excellent basketball since Gasol's been acquired.
One thing you love about Lamar Odom is his versatility. He can bring the ball up the floor, a big-time rebounder, that time second shot opportunity, and as fine a passer from the small forward position that you'll find in this league.
Well, with just over 3 minutes remaining here in the first, Brandon Bass will check in for the first time. Reminder, Monday on NBA TV. Dallas right back to work tomorrow night in Utah against the Jazz. Thursday doubleheader on TNT. Cavs and Bulls play each other again. And Dallas home against Houston. And then next Sunday on ABC, we've got a terrific game for you. Spurs and the Suns in Phoenix. All right, I know we did Phoenix last week. We've got them next week. They lose at home to Philadelphia last night. What's going on there, guys?
Well, the thing that's going on, they're very slow. It's a grind. They don't get back on defense in transition. They are a poor defensive team. They're a bad team right now, and it's not fun to watch them. They are certainly a bad team and in danger of not making the playoffs, which my partner said last week, and I didn't agree with him.
There's Bass, and Bass knocks it down. He's been a nice addition for this team. Brandon Bass played his first couple of years with New Orleans, now a big part of the rotation and a very good player.
Mark Cuban told me before the game, from his stats, Brendan Bass is the third best 17-foot jump shooter in the NBA right now, behind Amari Stoudemire and Dirk Nowitzki.
17-footer.
17-footer. Yep.
In or just 17 feet?
Well, at that range. He said he gets in trouble when he puts the ball on the floor and tries to create plays off the dribble.
And he plays hard. Stackhouse rushed it. Rebound, Walton. Walton having a very good first quarter.
Did a computer say that?
Wow, nice feed, Bryant to Gasol. And the Lakers go up by 4.
Can you help me out? Did Mark Cuban get that from the computer?
He's a smart guy. He's got all sorts of formulas.
Standing ovation for the Lakers. Pau Gasol with the last 8 points for L.A. They trailed by 7 early, but storming back again. They've been so tough at home, 20-7. Kobe Bryant loves his new teammate. And with 1:45 remaining here in the first, Lakers with a 25-21 lead.
NBA Sunday on ABC, brought to you by GMC, we are professional grade, and Taco Bell, think outside the bun.
Big day in L.A. today, Lakers playing, and the L.A. Marathon taking place on a beautiful day for it. Guys running all day. Meanwhile, Jason Terry can talk all day. One of the more personal players in the NBA. He's wearing a wire for us today.
Yeah. Calm down over here, Jack. Jack, don't start nothing. Won't be nothing, Jack. All right. You get a bite of that, young fella. Stay with him. Sit in the middle. Pick and roll. Close the distance. Go ahead, Stack. Oh, yeah. Not over.
Oh, he's chatting away. Jason Terry is now his 9th year in the NBA. One of 10 kids raised in Seattle. Played his college ball in Arizona. First 5 years in the NBA in Atlanta. Never played in the playoff game with the Hawks. And now he's part of the playoffs every year and loving life in Dallas. It's Nowitzki. Hard drive and finish.
What I love about that is how many times in the past that's a fadeaway jump shot by Dirk Nowitzki. That time puts the ball on the floor and attacks the defense.
Jordan Farmar, Ronny Turiaf in the game, part of that Laker bench that has just been superb for the team. Here's Farmar. Hits right off the bench. Well, he is an emerging player for this club.
I think Kobe Bryant said, hey, the guys coming in off the bench, they play with great confidence. They're not afraid to come in and feel the game. They have an impact right away, and they're led by Jordan Farmar.
Recently had his career-high 24-point game. Devin George misses. Second effort won't go. Jason Terry battling. Walton. And a foul. No, basket won't count. A foul on the pass. it was a foul, you have to call it. Dick Pavetta making the call. Let's see.
I love Dick Pavetta, but man, that's a great basketball play. Play on.
Well, he clips Walton. He knocks him to the ground.
Here's the former referee apologizing. I agree with you, Coach. Bad call. Allow it to go on. You can take away an easy deuce by the Lakers. Kobe Bryant all by himself.
They say all the time you can just hold your whistle for a count. If that ball goes and that pass is affected by it, then you blow the whistle.
I don't think the people at home see you blowing the whistle, Coach. You don't have to put your hand up.
Meanwhile, because they were in the penalty, you got to shoot the two, so they get their 2 points anyway. The Lakers are up by 6. Dick Pavetta, our crew chief, along with Violet Palmer and Jason Phillips. He was 1 of 2, by the way, excuse me. He missed one of the free throws, my mistake. Nowitzki inside, blocked, and Gasol the rebound. Farmar left open. Decides not to shoot it. Farmar back out. Walton sets himself up. Throws up a brick. Bass is tipped. And the Lakers cannot hold it for the final shot. Hooked away by Nowitzki. Nice defensive play. They've got some time. Nowitzki looks up, puts it up, and short. And that will in. As Jason Kidd and the Mavericks get off to a quick start. They led by as many as 7. Kidd started hot, then went to the bench. Pau Gasol taking over for the Lakers. And they've got a 6-point lead. We'll hear from Mavs coach Avery Johnson when we return. This presentation of ABC NBA Sunday continues after this message and a word from our ABC.
Jason Kidd had the 2 quick fouls. How much did that impact the pacing of this team from then on?
It really impacted our offense. We haven't really found a team yet that we like on the floor when Kidd is out the game. He really knows how to direct our offense, and we suffered a little bit with him not being in there.
Meanwhile, Pau Gasol for the Lakers has been nearly unstoppable. How do you adjust to that?
Well, he's been unstoppable because we haven't been able to guard penetration. Kobe's penetrated, Fisher's penetrated, and he's gotten a lot of easy buckets because of it.
Thank you, Avery.
Okay.
All right, Michelle. Avery Johnson, 16 years as a player with 6 different teams. Of course, San Antonio, he won a championship with them in '99. Last year, such a disappointing end to their season, losing in the first round of Golden State as Sasha Vujacic misses his first shot. Devin George the rebound. How much pressure now for the Mavs, especially after making the kid deal, to win the whole ball of wax this year, guys?
Well, there's a lot of pressure because that's the only way you make that move if you're anticipating winning the championship this year. It doesn't make sense to do it for long term. Jason Kidd and the Mavericks, a lot of pressure on that team to get it done now.
Meanwhile, Brandon Bass off the dribble jack. And there's a foul as he goes to the basket. And you look at Johnson and what the type of player he was. He's very demanding on his point guards. Was very demanding on Devin Harris. But Devin Harris really improved under him. And now a different type of point guard leading his team.
Well, I think the Mavericks felt that they had grown stale, that they needed a change to change their sense of belief that they could win. It's not just the tangible things he's bringing to the game, Jason Kidd is. It's the intangible amount of belief that he's given his teammates that they can win it.
And yes, Jason Kidd, his first impressions or his early impressions on Avery Johnson is Mark Cuban in his usual spot. And he'll say the thing he likes about him is that anybody on the team can get called out. There's no such thing as a superstar treatment on the Dallas Mavericks.
I think that's how you have to coach players in this league. If you can get on your superstar, it makes life so much easier for your team and you as a coach because the respect level of everybody else is fair game.
Here's Jerry Stackhouse. Stackhouse has had some big games lately. There's Bass, up and in. Brandon Bass. He plays so hard and gets the offensive board.
Mark Jackson questioning my stats about Brandon Bass or Mark Cuban's stats. He's answered Mark Jackson's doubt.
Ball knocked out of bounds. It'll come the other way. An impressive young player finally getting his first opportunity to play some big minutes.
The computer doesn't get this. This is a layup. This is excellent energy and effort. Second shot opportunities.
17 feet and in, I said.
Bass will try it again.
Oh, he was fouled. He was fouled. That was a foul.
Stop it. It's still going to be Mavs ball. They reset the shot clock, but they should not have, as he was about a foot short. Bass played his college ball at LSU, played a couple of years at LSU, 2 years of college, and then the second-round pick of New Orleans, but didn't play a heck of a lot and was very confused as to why he wasn't playing. Now loves the opportunity. He's originally from Baton Rouge, so he liked being down with the Hornets. But he had Dallas, Cleveland, and New Orleans all interested in re-signing me. He said he was humbled by the interest. A team as good as the Mavericks wanted him to play for him. Farmar foul.
He played with their summer league team this summer and played very well. And that's where a lot of younger players make the mistake. They think they're too good to play in summer league versus going out there and proving it every night. And I give Bass a lot of credit, even though he was a 2-year veteran, going to summer league and earning his way onto the Mavericks.
Move from Kidd won't go. Bass another rebound. And Stackhouse knocks it down. Bass gives him another opportunity.
And you look at Bass. There's a place in this league for guys like that. We looked at Jason Maxiell last week in Phoenix playing for Detroit. You look at Paul Millsap with the Utah Jazz. High energy guys coming off the bench having an impact in the ball game.
Now he's trying to curry favor with Bass, jumping on the bandwagon. This man knows no shame.
There you see his numbers for the season and his minutes increasing. Kidd moves on Farmar, kicks it out to Devin George. Interesting dynamic with George still playing for Dallas after nixing that initial trade for Jason Kidd. George misses. Kidd the offensive rebound. Stackhouse get another baseline opportunity. Malik Allen stripped and fouled.
And see, that's where Dallas, I always felt, what were they, a great offensive team, a great defensive team? They were a great rebounding team, and that has flipped this year. They used to crush teams on the offensive board. Kidd, they added probably the #1 guard rebounder to ever play, and they are just pounding L.A. right now on the board.
Here's Malik Allen, who was also part of the Jason Kidd deal. Allen in his 7th year, which is his 5th NBA team. Wasn't drafted out of Villanova, but he's done a solid job in a number of places. Can shoot the ball, plays hard.
Well, he's an underrated part of this trade because he's a guy from a big position could stretch the defense. His ability to shoot the jump shot.
He started off after he got out of school. He played for the San Diego Wildfire in the ABA and had one of his first checks bounced. Welcome to professional basketball. No checks bouncing anymore for him in the NBA.
And you touched on something about Devin George. I totally agree with Devin George vetoing the trade as far as from his standpoint. He just exercised his right. I think he took advantage of it, which was the smart thing to do.
Farmar misses the jumper. Ball knocked out of bounds. When George initially in the deal, he would have had to waive his Larry Bird rights. As a veteran, you get certain rights when you become a free agent. And Mark Cuban said they hold no ill will towards him whatsoever, that he had to do what he had to do. And he's back playing. His teammates, no resentment at all. It did cost Cuban about $17 million extra in salary and luxury tax with that new deal for Kidd. But George is still part of the rotation. Almost got that rebound and a loose ball foul. He's going to go against Devin George.
But the Mavericks got a much better deal. They had to add, they got to keep Stackhouse, and they got to get rid of Trenton Hassel. A much better basketball deal for the Dallas Mavericks.
Timeout in L.A. where they're awaiting the return of the injured Andrew Bynum. Michelle Tafoya talks with him when we come back.
How disappointing has this been given the way that your season started? And as Mike just detailed, you had been playing so incredibly well, and to be stopped by this.
It's super disappointing because now it's like the second season in a row I've been playing really well, through the first half of the season, and then been kind of sidelined. So just waiting to get back, waiting for this one to get back.
And you were out when Pau Gasol arrived via the trade. How is his presence, do you think, going to impact you when you return?
I think it's going to make us that much better. I mean, now we have 2 7-footers, kind of like, Robinson and Duncan, and we'll be able to play a lot better defense. Nobody should get any rebounds, and on the offensive end, we'll be able to play pitch and catch at the 10-foot level.
Andrew, what a turn of events, given that Kobe thought maybe you weren't the guy. You've proven you can be the guy now with Pau Gasol. How much does this team believe a championship is very much in its sights?
We all believe it. I think everybody in Lakerland believes that we have one of the better chances to win this season. And when I get back, I think hopefully I'll be playing at the same level. I'll be back in shape, and we can get it rolling.
Good luck, Andrew. He said it a whole lot better than I started off, Mike.
Michelle, well, he was disappointed. He's got a few years left in him. He's only 20 years old. Youngest player ever to play in an NBA game. Stackhouse, left-handed, won't go. Bryant the rebound. Just over 4 minutes gone by in the second. Bryant crossover, stripped the foul. And he'll go to the free throw line for the second time today. Asked Phil Jackson about what kind of season he's had before the game. And Jackson saying it's the best he's played in a while, Mark, in terms of his overall view of how he's seen the game. And the way he phrased it is he measures the game so well right now.
And I agree with him. You look at Kobe Bryant playing on the floor. Here's a guy that can take over at any point, but I think he's doing a great job of picking and choosing his spots to take over offensively and also to be a facilitator, getting other guys offensive looks.
Only LeBron James scores more per game. Can't shoot free throws. He's 1 for 3 today. Always a good free throw shooter, though, at 85%. And when you look at the beginning of this season, again with his trade requests, there was potential for disaster here and how it could really affect the team and affect how the season went. It's amazing how it's turned around. George gets inside, the tip in, and a big reason for the turnaround was the improved play of Andrew Bynum.
Well, Bynum is a post presence, and I'm not sure I'd readily compare them to Duncan and Robinson, but that size, that length.
And Vujacic puts it in, goes crashing. And for one of our cameramen.
That size and length that they have to not only score around the basket, but to protect the basket will be critical come playoff time.
Odom the rebound.
I think what really separates them two as a team is Kobe Bryant on the defensive end. He is guarding the other team's best player and locking them down.
8 points for Bryant on that line drive, and the Lakers back up by 3. George finding Howard. Kidd for 3. And Jason Kidd able to put it in. He's never been a great shooter for his career. 40% from the field and 33% from downtown.
But those are so wide open. He's wide open. They're going under the pick and roll. He's wide open. He's got to have a big night if that's how they're going to play him.
Doesn't matter if Bryant is wide open. He nails that 3 and they're back up 3.
And he definitely has to be ready to catch and take shots because even Kobe Bryant with a chance to recover stops short, allowing Kidd to step into the jump.
Nice defense to force the turnover. Farmar to Vujacic, and he puts it in with a foul. Sasha Vujacic has been playing terrific basketball this past month for the Lakers and has a chance for a 3-point play.
A sign of a good team. When you go to the bench, you don't lose anything. These guys come in and they have an impact right away. And once again, the machine.
Vujacic coming off the bench. This is now his 4th year in the NBA. First-round pick for the Lakers back in 2004. And there were always signs that he could play, but there was not that consistency. And Vujacic recently called an 11 o'clock player from Phil Jackson taking a jab that he always looked good in practice, but couldn't hit the big shots in the game. Well, he's hitting all the big shots right now, to the point where Joel Myers, the TV play-by-play man for the Lakers, has named him the Machine, and it's kind of taken off more so in goofing on him and making fun, but he loves it, and more importantly, he just loves the opportunity to play.
I'll tell you who else loves the nickname, Coach Van Gundy over here, because he had a tough time saying Vujacic. It's easy to say Machine.
Howard with a hand in his face, won't go, and Kobe Bryant another rebound. Just past the midway point of the second. Bryant pulls up on a dime. Gasol the rebound. Farmar for 3. Here's Howard. Poked away and stolen by Vujacic. Bryant ahead of the pack for an easy 2. Timeout Dallas. And a standing ovation at the Staples Center.
He's not just a machine on offense, he's a machine on defense. He should have kept it and taken it down himself. Forget Kobe Bryant. And now on a drive, splitting the defense, he's bigger than he looks. Kissing it up high off the glass and in.
Largest lead of the game. Vujacic and the Lakers up by 8.
And as you'll find, Delonte West playing the point guard position and Ben Wallace having an opportunity to have an impact on the defensive end.
Kidd to George. George can't finish. And Fisher comes up with a rebound. Kevin George wanted that one. 5 minutes left here in the second. Odom backs it down. That's his first field goal. Hasn't looked to shoot much, and the Lakers have scored 10 straight. So it's Dampier, Kidd, Nowitzki, George, and Terry. George way off the mark. Dampier, another offensive rebound. Nowitzki just 1 of 4, only 2 points to start. He has been on a tear lately, but not tonight. Tried to draw the foul. Dampier tips it, and Fisher comes away.
Great job by Odom moving his feet.
And Nowitzki called for the foul. Crowd responds at him swatting. He just wanted to stop the fast break. Look at Jack. Second foul on Nowitzki. Crowd responding to the replay they see on the big screen.
Well, unfortunately, it hit Derek Fisher in the head, but that wasn't on purpose. That was trying to get the basketball from behind. No question about it. Foul, sending Fisher to the line.
That's a flagrant foul right there. That one, wind up, hit him in the head. Yeah, it's a flagrant foul.
What? Jack wants a flagrant foul. You see the bucket list?
No, but a few good men.
Outstanding.
When he went after Tom Cruise, you can't handle the truth. I love that. I mean, that whole thing.
I don't think he said it like that, though.
Oh, man, it was great, though.
A little more bass in his voice.
No, but I'll tell you what. We had a couple code reds on the teams I coached, too.
Kidd to Dampier. Count it, and a foul. Another beautiful pass from Kidd. That's his 5th assist. And Eric Dampier with a chance for a three-point play.
You know, when Jason Kidd is in a pick-and-roll situation, everybody is live as far as be ready to catch. At times, the trap of the pick-and-roll finds Dampier rolling to the basket, where Damp only has to catch and finish.
And I disagree with Gasol showing out on that. I'd play him back off and make Kidd come off and take a 2-point jump shot versus allowing him to play to his strength, which is play as a passer to Dampier on the roll.
Dampier way off. Now Gasol, his 5th rebound to go along with 12 points.
And by the way, free throw rebounds should not count in rebounding statistics.
Oh, my goodness.
They're too easy. I've had guys on our teams who fight over those because they pad their stats so much.
How are they not going to count, though?
Just put them as another team free throw rebound. Shouldn't count.
Dampier, another lob, couldn't control it. He tips it out to Terry, who hits the three. Jason Terry, who was 0 for 8 from three-point range in the last couple of games, has knocked 2 down here in the first half. Bryant fouled on his way to the basket, and they're in the penalty. Jerry Stackhouse is first.
Playing the pick and roll once again. Jason Terry doing a great job of moving without the basketball. Puts himself in position where he catches it. Gotcha. Shoot it in the corner all by himself.
Terry, 8 points. He's been starting and coming off the bench this season as Bryant hits the free throw. Reminder, looking for the latest gear for your favorite team, go to NBAstore.com now for the best selection with team hats, tees, fleece, and more. Plus, get free shipping on orders over $75. All at NBAstore.com. He's got his Dirk jersey on. Chance of MVP, which Kobe Bryant hears quite a bit here at the Staples Center. Where's he ranking in your MVP candidates, guys?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, he's number 1 right now. Just the way that he's playing as Dirk finally knocks down a long-range jumper, but the way he's playing on both ends of the floor, the commitment and really elevating the play of everybody around him. Second would be Chris Paul because he's had an outstanding year in New Orleans.
Bryant, not that time. How about you, Jeff?
I got the Memphis Grizzlies organization as my MVP since they adjusted the whole balance of power in this league by giving Pau Gasol away. Then I've got Chris Paul, Bryant, LeBron James, and Kevin Garnett.
I almost wouldn't disagree, because what it's all about being an MVP, you got to make others better. Memphis Grizzlies have done that.
Well, they had a different agenda, trying to save some money and perhaps rebuild and maybe even sell the team.
What kind of agenda is that if you're a pro sports organization?
But I like our effort. Our effort's good. Come on. Slide in. Penetration, slide in. Be persistent about getting that ball to the basket. Or if you can't get it, pitch it to somebody else. We'll either get wide open shots. You don't need to take contested shots against this team. Here we go.
Well, growing up in New Orleans, his grandmother told him he's either going to be a coach or a preacher. He went the coaching route, could have done either. And here trying to get Dallas going. Now, he took some heat the other day. They played San Antonio on Thursday night. Jason Kidd in the last possession was on the bench as Dampier was fouled. They wound up losing to the Spurs. And it was only early as Kidd trying to get used to the system, but it became a pretty big controversy in Dallas. What were your thoughts on that, guys?
I disagreed with it. The reason why is because Avery Johnson played for Greg Popovich in the San Antonio Spurs. If Greg Popovich had the same theory as Avery would have never hit the game winner in order for the Spurs to win the championship against the Knicks. Put the best guys on the floor that's going to compete and lead it. Trust that they're going to make the play.
And I totally agreed with his decision. I think you have to go with your gut as a coach. He put the 5 best guys that he thought could win that game on that possession on the floor. It didn't turn out right. When you're a coach, you have to take criticism. He's taken it, but I thought he made the exact right move. I think Stackhouse for Kidd was the right move. What I would question is, you might have been able to take Dampier off the floor and play all small guys plus Nowitzki on the floor.
Well, might have. That would have been the proper play. Take Dampier out of the ball game and stretch the floor.
But then you take your best offensive rebounder out of the game as well.
So you got a great rebounder from the point guard position in Kidd.
Fisher's shot goes. Of course, when they acquired Kidd, Avery Johnson talked about, hey, we want him to make the big plays at the end of games. That's the reason they got him.
You know, go back to that. His grandmother said he'd be a coach or preacher. I remember going to church one Christmas Eve, about 9 o'clock at night, to guest preacher Avery Johnson.
Really? How would he do?
How would he do? Outstanding.
Under 2 minutes remaining here in the first half.
Well, coaching oftentimes is like preaching to the choir anyway, so you got to do both. You're a salesman as well.
Fisher looking for an opening. And Kidd with the rebound. Finding Stackhouse. Stackhouse upset. He felt he got hit. It looked like Odom had some contact. Stackhouse yelling at Jason Phillips, the official. Let's take a look.
That's a clean play. That's no foul right there. Good job on both ends. Stackhouse attacking the rim. Lamar Odom battling, contesting the easy basket.
Stackhouse 1 for 9, so a little frustrated right now.
But that's where you lose credibility as a player. Referees go back at halftime and watch plays like that, and if you complain on a play that is clearly not a foul, you lose some credibility. So when you're talking to them, they're not going to believe you. Now, if you do get hit and you only complain on those legitimate complaints, then they're going to have more respect for your vocal complaints.
How many guys tell a truth?
Nowitzki. Damn it.
I did as a coach. I didn't complain.
Are you kidding me? I played for you if you don't remember.
I'm shocked that you think that.
Gasol. Turnaround won't go. Fight for the rebound. Walton comes down with it. Walton 5 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, a block shot. Fisher for 3. And Nowitzki the rebound. Kidd ahead to Dampier. Kicks it out. Terry knocks down the 3. Jason Terry has hit 3 3-pointers. The Mavericks are 7 of 11 from downtown.
Not only that, if you're the Mavericks, you've got to be ecstatic about where you are right now after playing nowhere near your level in the first quarter and having a chance to go into halftime with the lead.
What an assist from Dampier there.
That was a bad decision. That turned out great.
Bryant on the pull-up. He's yelling. He thought he got hit. Don't forget the T-Mobile halftime report coming up. John Barry filling in for Bill Walton, along with Stuart Scott and Michael Wilbon. As Terry, not that time. We send our best wishes to our man Bill. He's got some back problems, a little out of action. So hopefully he's home watching his son, Luke, play a very strong first half.
Heck, he just didn't want to make that commute to Bristol. He wanted to sit out on the beach in San Diego.
It is a nice day. Bryant inside draws the foul. Goes right at Dampier. Dampier and Bryant exchange glances and perhaps a word or two. Dampier picks up his second.
A good hard foul by Eric Dampier. Kobe Bryant attacking the paint area. You don't want to give him an opportunity to get an N1. Locks him up, forces him to go to the line and shoot two.
Kobe Bryant, who back on February 5th injured his pinky on his shooting hand, tore ligaments in it, but has decided to play through it. He's not going to have surgery. Doesn't seem to affect him all that much. Here's before the game, whereas Bryant's injury. And that's...
What's that volar plate injury at the MCP joint? What is that?
I don't know. I'm not a doctor, although I did stay at a Holiday Inn last night.
Oh, I like it.
That's very nice. Very nice.
That was the captain's meeting before the game. Jason Kidd asking about his opponent. Stackhouse, that shot won't count. Oh, he knocks it in, but won't go. Now, they'll review it, but the buzzer sounded while the ball was still in his hand. And that will end the first half. You see Jason Kidd's numbers get off to that quick start, picked up 2 fouls. Gasol also helped the Lakers overcome an early 7-point.
He played by Dampier to finish, who had a big first half with 7 points and 10 rebounds.
Meanwhile, Dirk Nowitzki only 5 points in the first half as we send it over to Michelle Tafoya. Michelle?
Well, Mike, I asked Avery Johnson about the 9 second-chance points off 11 offensive rebounds. It isn't a ratio he's real pleased with, but he said we can't just rely on offensive rebounding. We have to get more scoring out of our primary offense. And then he acknowledged the Mavs survived a rough stretch in the second quarter. He said this first half could have been much, much worse, guys.
The Lakers at one point, Michelle, had gone on a 12-0 run. But should be pretty pleased again with you look what Nowitzki did in the first half. To only be down by 3 here on the road.
The key stat for me, 18 first half points real early for the Lakers. Bad defense by the Mavs. Finished the half with just 24 points in the paint.
Shot clock winding down. Kobe Bryant really get into Nowitzki nicely there. And the Lakers come the other way. And Bryant carried the ball. And he disagrees with Violet Palmer. Now, see, I don't like that. Don't just drop the ball. Throw it to the official.
I love Violet Palmer as an official, though. She came into this league as one of 2 women officials. The other one wasn't very good. She's very good, and she has no agenda when she referees. She just calls the game.
Well, you are brutally honest. The other one wasn't very good.
Well, she cost me a game in Cleveland.
there we get to the bottom of it. Nowitzki puts it in. Palmer's in her 11th year already, and it's a non-factor that she's a woman official. She loves her job. Over a decade now in the NBA. Pitcher drives. Kidd another rebound. This is where Kidd is so good. Gets the rebound and starts the fast break himself. Terry hits a 3. How about Terry struggling from 3 in recent games? 4 for 5 today.
And you look at Terry running the floor, does not have to yell out Jason Kidd's name, just runs to the 3-point line. Kidd delivers the basketball in rips.
52-50. That's the first 5 points. Blocked. Dirk Nowitzki with a rejection. Howard also a slow start in this game, so the 2 leading scorers for the Mavs a slow first half, but they're up by 2. Dampier with an easy bucket. 7 straight points to begin the third. The way they started the first half, too, they went up by 7. Bryant inside, top shot as he gets knocked to the ground.
Once again, the double team comes and you allow them to split the defense.
There he misses that one. Fisher with the board. Bryant goes right at Nowitzki, left-handed. Beautiful play from Kobe Bryant.
And that's exactly what Phil Jackson talked about, measuring the offense. Realizing his team was struggling to start this third quarter, puts him on his back and takes over the ball game.
18 for Bryant. Jason Kidd's jumper. Here's Odom. Bryant knocked out of his hands, right to Odom. Luke Walton lines up a three. And for Dallas, after today's game, they fly to Utah, play the Jazz tomorrow night. There is no rest in the Western Conference. Night after night, such a tough game. As Odom called for the foul there. That's his first.
And what makes Kobe Bryant so special, able to take the double team, quickness, strength, able to split it, finish with the opposite hand, and then in transition, you can't stop him because you don't know which way he's going to go. Has the ability to change speeds and change direction.
And his left hand has really improved. As the former NBA player Charles Shackelford used to say, he's amphibious.
Bryant lobs to Walton. Nice pass.
You know what's messed up to me is that somewhere Charles Shackelford is in his living room or dining room eating, watching the game, never expecting to hear his name, and you going at him like that.
I'm not going at him. I thought it was a good play on words.
One of the great NBA quotes. He's happy to be remembered.
He's also an excellent offensive rebounder for the Nets.
Walton looking to post up kick. Backs in, and puts it in. Boy, Luke Walton's having a terrific game.
And that's what he has to do. A small forward being guarded by the other team's point guard. You got to punish him and put him on the block.
Nowitzki. Big kicks it out. Terry with a hand on his face. Not that time. Gasol tips it. He's had about 5 of those. Bryant stripped and stolen. Bryant upset. And then Walton with a foul on Nowitzki to prevent the fast break the other way. Kobe Bryant yelling at Violet Palmer he wanted a foul. He's had 4 techs in his last 4 games. In fact, leads the NBA in technical fouls right now with 12.
You got to give the Mavericks credit. 3 guys running back on the defensive end, not giving up on the play, and then Kidd strips Bryant clean.
That was like a good steal.
Absolutely.
Howard. Just 2 of 8 from the field. Misses that one, and Odom with his 5th rebound. Coming up on 5 minutes gone by here in the third. And a 2-point Laker lead. Here, the former all-first-team NBA defender puts a hand up, and now with a rebound. See, that's a part for Dallas when they get into the playoffs. You know, you talk about defensively, Devin Harris has some real quickness. Kidd lines up a 3 and nails that one. Defensively, he's going to have to guard Tony Parker, Chris Paul, or will they make switches there on that, Jeff?
Well, they'll play Jason Terry on the point guards and Kidd either on the 2 or the 3. Kidd's got great strength, good anticipation. He doesn't guard the jet quick point guards as well as Devin Harris, but he can certainly give them better balance with size in the backcourt.
Gasol now 5 of 11. Kidd will try it again. Not that time. Ball tipped. And Odom with the save. Did he step out of bounds? Yes. So it's going to be now ball. Odom checks to make sure he didn't hurt the patron he just bumped into. Crowd doesn't like the call. They felt Kidd should have been called for a foul.
Now, we watched early in the first half when the foul was called. Jason Terry with Luke Walton. This is a similar play. Lamar Odom has the basketball. The contact with Kidd forces him out of bounds.
Good hustle from both players. That should have been a foul on Kidd.
That's no foul. That's play on. I don't like those loose ball fouls. Until you get the ball, there should be like very few fouls called.
Nowitzki's foul before that shot attempt. That's going to be the 4th on Walton. One of your favorite songs, Thriller.
I want this game to end up as a thriller.
I'm ready to moonwalk.
Third, and now lead by 1. Have any recollection of great halftime speeches of your former coach, Jeff Van Gundy?
Oh, he had them all. I mean, it'd be unfair to point out one. The guy had a way of moving the crowd.
Bleep, 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 bleep.
Are you kidding me, Jack? You're better than that. That's actually where I got you're better than that.
Kidd to Dampier. Terry. Nowitzki for three. Short. Had to put it up quick as the 24-second clock is expiring. Here's Bryant to the basket. And won't go. Odom nearly tips it in. And Bryant able to secure it. Lakers still without not only Bynum, a couple of other key players, including Trevor Ariza, who is doing some good things. Vladimir Radmanovich also hurt, as Gasol misses that one. Kid pushing it up the floor.
And you talk about those two guys. Those are guys that have an impact. Trevor Ariza's defense, able to guard perimeter players, and then Radmanovich's ability to shoot the long-range ball.
Dampier right there for the foul. With those guys, Lakers, there you see, again, Bynum still a ways away. Ariza's going to get the cast off tomorrow. Radmanovich day-to-day. Lakers are one of the deepest, if not the deepest team in the league.
I heard from someone close to the Lakers that they are concerned about Bynum not being back until the playoffs.
Well, still a long ways to go as Fisher knocks down the three. I like your sources, someone close to the Lakers. Come on.
I'm like Peter Bessie, man. I'd like to get my own blog. I've always wanted to just blog.
I mean, spill the beans, though. Your source is someone close.
I can't.
Nowitzki with 6 on the clock. Shot won't go. Dampier able to get a new 24, another offensive rebound. Dampier had it, lost it, gets it back again. No travel because he never had control of the ball.
I'll tell you what, Eric Dampier is playing great basketball this afternoon, not only on the offensive end, but since Pau Gasol has started off on fire, Dampier has taken him out on the defensive end.
And he is just out-muscling Gasol on the board right now, just pounding away at the offensive end.
5 of his 13 boards on the offensive end. Mavs by 2. Shot clock winding down. Fisher, an open 3. Hit another rebound. He wanted to pass it at first. Nowitzki blocked by Odom. Nice defensive play. Out to Bryant. Bryant goes it. Oh, hard foul by Dampier. Kobe Bryant upset. No call of a flagrant from Dick Pavetta.
That's a flagrant foul.
Absolutely. When you put 2 and 2 together, the play that happened early on with Dampier and Bryant, that time sending a message, no play on the basketball. That's all body and all contact.
The crowd saw a replay, felt that way. Let's take a look. It's pretty close.
This angle, I think, shows it better. That's a flagrant foul.
Right, because it's a hip check coming at him as opposed to trying to make a play.
You know what I like, though, about Dampier in that situation? Bryant bumped into him on the last hard foul, and a lot of players in this league, so they could stay on Kobe Bryant's good side, would have backed away and just let him go. Dampier says, I work for the Mavericks, not for Kobe Bryant. I like that.
Yeah, I agree. It's all about winning, and it's all about doing things that put your team in a position to get the job done.
Meanwhile, Bryant missing another free throw, and misses that. He's 3 for 10 from the free throw line. And again, he's talked about that right pinky finger. I don't know if it's bothering him. It hasn't in the past. But very unlike Kobe Bryant in his normal free throws. Nowitzki pulls up, puts it in. Just 9 points for Nowitzki, and the Mavs by 4. When you look at Howard and Nowitzki's offensive game, they've got to be thrilled to be up by 4.
They have to be thrilled, and they're doing it on the defensive end. They have increased the level of play defensively, and then not settling on the offensive end.
Fisher misses. Dampier with his 15th rebound. Mavs showing some toughness here in the third, and a blocking foul on Odom. Crowd wanted to travel. Wanted to charge, as did Odom. We're going to have a timeout. And a timeout call. Eric Dampier showing some toughness on the road.
No, you talk about force, aggressiveness, staying alive on the out-of-bounds set. Offensive rebound, keeping the ball, giving his team a second chance opportunity. Then grown man move, finish at the rim, eliminate everybody else out of the picture.
The veteran center having one of his best games of the season. The 32-year-old in his 12th year in the league helps the Mavs up by 4. There's Kobe Bryant now back in L.A. Those are his numbers. And, you know, now people are talking about them as being a possible championship team. And he said what the young guys have to do, they've got to watch the Spurs and the Pistons and how they play defense every night. Because if they can play consistent defense, that's how they can win a title.
And I totally agree, because you have to be locked in and not take possessions off, quarters off, games off, and that's how the Spurs have gotten it done.
Terry misses. Odom tips it. Here comes Bryant to Bryant. Bad pass. Turned it away. That's only the 6th Laker turnover. You know, we mentioned the Spurs. And you see the numbers. Nowitzki misses that one. You almost take them for granted again because there's so many new hot teams. Odom had it knocked out of his hands. But Greg Popovich and R.C. Buford, and of course Tim Duncan and the team has done with tremendous consistency, consistent greatness.
I think Greg Popovich is one of the greatest coaches, not just in basketball, but in sports. As far as history is concerned, he continues to get it done. An amazing, amazing coach.
I concur with that. I think he has adjusted his team from Robinson and Duncan to playing smaller now. I think he's just done a magnificent job, and also orchestrating all their player personnel moves as well.
Shot block. Concur. I like that word.
He's been sitting on it.
That's a Law and Order word.
Yeah, you've been watching TV shows again. Meanwhile, Dampier will continue his terrific game.
If you're Dampier and you're playing with Dirk Nowitzki, you're playing with Jason Kidd, just put yourself in position where you catch it, get the contact, go to the line. Playing with force, but being ready.
Season high 16 boards. And his role has become more important with that Jason Kidd trade, which Sagana Diop now gone. Diop didn't play a lot of minutes, but he certainly played enough where he was a big part of the team. 17 minutes a game. Sagana Diop, nice backup defensive center. Dampier has to make sure he doesn't get in foul trouble. He's going to play more important minutes now for Avery Johnson.
Well, and they've signed Jamal McGlure, who was waived by the Nets, to back up Dampier at some point, and they're in the process of trying to get Tyronn Lue, who was just waived by Sacramento. So they're trying to add off the waiver wire to make it a deeper team, but certainly Dampier has to be their first option every night.
Is that another source that you have? I mean, the streets are talking to Jeff Van Gundy.
Well, I'm cultivating my sources now that I'm a media member. You got to work the pavement in this business.
Oh my goodness. 5-point Mavs lead. Kidd. Vujacic trying to harass Kidd. Second try. Blocked by Turiaf. Kidd thought it hit the backboard first. Vujacic. Farmar for three. In and out. And Dampier with yet another rebound is 17.
And I thought in that transition opportunity, L.A. should have had a layup. No one stopped the ball. There's no reason to take a three-point shot in transition there.
Terry to Nowitzki. Nowitzki on the pull-up. Ball tipped. Dirk Nowitzki, 4 of 16 from the field. Final minute, third quarter. Bryant spinning. Banks it in.
And Avery Johnson making a good point, saying that Kobe Bryant double dribbled because in order to catch it, he immediately slapped it down and then grabbed the basketball. Ball missed, and Bryant makes him pay.
Kidd, nice feed. Oh, beautiful pass for his 7th assist. And Dampier is leading the team in scoring with 16.
Starts with having Turiaf trying to show or trap, and on that roll, when you spread the floor with multiple three-point shooters, that's a very difficult cover.
Dallas has a foul to give here. Let's see if they use it. There it is, but I think it's in the act of shooting. He fouled too late. So with 2.8 remaining, Dampier picks up his 4th, and Bryant to the line where he's really struggling. So Dampier will sit. Kobe Bryant, who hit 51 consecutive free throws earlier this season, shoots 85% for the year, has missed 7 of 10 today.
I think the MVP chants are throwing him off.
He's got 21 to lead all scores. You know, we talk about both these teams can obviously score, but both these teams have the ability to be very good defensive teams, and that's where LA has made a big push. Correct, Jeff?
They did. They have been a very bad defensive team the past 2 or 3 years, and this year they've made it a priority, and it's made them a more balanced team.
Stackhouse, Bass knocked it away. Off the mark. Bass and Stackhouse went for it. Almost turned into a disaster for the Dallas Mavericks. The Lakers shoot just 6 of 22 from the field in the third, but only trail by 3. This presentation of ABC Sunday will continue after this message and a word from our ABC station. Fourth quarter coming up from LA.
And our offense sputtered. We stopped moving the ball and we started standing around, and the things got sticky for us. They're a good defensive team.
Speaking of that defense, there's been some frustration on the floor. What do you make of the physical tone this game has taken on in the second half?
Well, the refs just said we'll let them play. They're just letting them go. We're trying to get out and run a little bit and, get easier shots in the process.
Phil, thank you.
All right.
Mike.
All right, Michelle, it has been physical, no question, right from the start.
Well, absolutely. You talk about the Mavericks being a very good defensive team. Well, good defensive teams don't give up anything easy. Good, clean basketball play, flagrant foul, but if you're Eric Dampier and the Dallas Mavericks, you don't mind. Do not allow the other team's best player to get it going by attacking the ring.
The Mavericks, 3 games under 500 on the road, having a chance to get a good road win here this afternoon as we open up the fourth quarter. Farmar nearly got a piece of it. Terry. Shot won't go, but a foul. And Jason Terry will shoot 2. Farmar's second personal. And a reminder, Thursday is an all-new loss. It's one of the best seasons yet, so there's never been a better time to get lost. Thursday at 9. 8 Central only on ABC. You get caught up with Lost anytime on ABC.com. Terry now for the game with 15 points. Again, this is Kidd's 7th game with his new team, and admitted that he still had a ways to go to feeling comfortable. Even Nowitzki was saying yesterday that he could see in his eyes that sometimes he's just not sure yet. But he's been very impressive today.
If you're a Dallas Mavericks fan, you've got to be excited by what Jason Kidd has brought to the game today. Energy, pushing hard on the break, fighting for loose balls, and making his three-point shot.
Now, Gasol's going to get credited with that rebound, but Turiev kept that alive. Vujicic's quick 3, rushed it, won't go. He's been red hot throughout the month of February, but 2 of 6 here this afternoon. And there you see in the 6 games, they're scoring and assists and fast break points up prior to, especially the fast break points. Nowitzki, short. Now 4 of 17 from the field. Farmar to Bryant, up and under. Late whistle and a foul as Kidd get called for it.
They've gotten the ball ahead to Kobe Bryant a lot in transition in this game, where he has an advantage before the team defense can get set. You've got to make sure the floor is balanced so Bryant can't attack your defense early. That's how he's working his way to the free throw line.
He hasn't sat yet today. Played the whole game so far.
Phil Jackson, your best player looks fresh and looks lively as far as his body's concerned. No sense in giving him a break.
He's averaging 38 minutes a game for the season. And again, you think with all he's accomplished, he's still only 29 years old.
And Jason Kidd hasn't come out in the second half, and I don't think he will.
Unless it's 30 seconds to go in the ball game and you need a basket. Then who knows?
Touche, Mark Jackson.
He's always been sarcastic, even back in the St. John's days.
You don't know me.
He was second-guessing Louis Carnesec all the time.
No, don't start trouble. There's a Hall of Fame coach, a class act, brilliant man.
He said you were the hardest guy he ever had to coach in 30 years.
Turiaf with a hard rejection. Bass gets it back and draws the foul. Two players who just don't stop competing. And Ronnie Turiaf, and Brendan Bass.
And you love the idea, attacking the basket, but active bodies underneath, not surrendering anything offensively or defensively, just battling. That's winning basketball. That's why both teams are successful.
Bass, that free throw in and out. We're now 7 of 13 from the line. There's Bass's numbers. Bass is a kid, as we mentioned, grew up in Baton Rouge. His mother died when he was very young of a sudden heart attack at age 10. And him and his brothers and his sisters moved in with his aunt, Estelle Bass, which he talks about with such love. The house with 8 kids. Said an amazing woman that raised them all. And Bass was one of the older ones, so helped take care of them. He's taking care of business right now with the Mavericks. Turiaf. Turn around way off. And here comes Kidd. Again, pushing it up the floor. Stackhouse! Wow! Jerry Stackhouse puts the Mavericks up by 6.
But that's the best fast break you can have, which is guard rebounds and just bust it out. No outlet needed. Advanced, simple play to Stackhouse. Great play by Jason Kidd.
Kobe Bryant comes right back. 26 for Bryant. Just over 2 minutes gone by here in the fourth. The largest lead by either team in the second half has been 6. Kidd looking off balance. And Walton for rebound. Farmar running the floor. Finding Turiaf. Pass deflected. Good hands from Jason Kidd. Great anticipation. And Dallas showing some nice poise here. Walton on a reach-in. 5 fouls on Walton.
This is why you got Jason Kidd, ability to push the ball in transition. Turiaf set up to try to pin the dunk attempt of Stackhouse. Too late, gets into the poster of Jerry Stackhouse.
So Kidd is going to get, no doubt, a brief rest. Those are his numbers. Also just 1 turnover for Jason Kidd. Stackhouse triple team. Somebody's open. It's Howard. And Howard has it go out. You look at the shooting. Josh Howard and Dirk Nowitzki are a combined 6 for 27. Only 14 points. Yet the Mavs are up by 4 here in the fourth quarter in L.A.
Hey, I tell you what, though, man, I like your focus right now. And when we get stops and we get the ball in the open court, it's really good to look at, all right?
You talk about getting stops on the defensive end. Take a look at the player tracker. Both guys running, one to the rim, the other one spotted up at the three-point line. That's how you run a fast break.
Oh, and then Jason Kidd with the rebound, the bust-out dribble, the simple advance pass to Stackhouse, and that's where Stackhouse is at his best, attacking the rim.
Lakers down by 4. And Vujicic lost it. Lakers had a 10-game winning streak that was snapped on Friday. They lost in Portland against the Blazers. They've been playing great basketball. But right now, they trail here in the fourth. Still plenty of time, though. Terry. Howard. Malik Allen back in the game. And can't get it to fall. Fight for the rebound, Turiaf. Kobe Bryant sitting for the first time. Vujicic for 3. Oh, Farmar took a shot in the face, and Howard went down too. Howard is hurt. Or is it Terry? Excuse me, it's Jason Terry. Holding on to his right shoulder. Boy, the two really collided going for that loose ball rebound. And the officials, they're going to call a timeout. They called the foul on Terry. In watching the play, originally it did appear that Terry came in, but again, it was one of those where nobody had possession of the ball. So they'll attend to Terry, and we'll take a quick timeout. To be more of the fall, let's watch it again. Not necessarily the collision, but he fell down on his right shoulder, hitting the hardwood.
See, I always thought our players should drag a guy off so we didn't have to waste the timeout and tend to him a little bit later.
Goes right to the basket. Need those timeouts. They're like gold.
Down the stretch of these games could be the difference between home court and no home court.
Luke Walton having his third straight strong game. Howard still struggling. Good second effort. Howard just 2 of 11 before putting in that follow.
You can play solid defense, but the way to close it out is keeping a body on your man and boxing him out, that time allowing Howard to get a second shot opportunity.
Farmar, Turiaf, and Vujicic, 3 bench players in the game right now for the Lakers. Walton in and out. Odom the rebound. He's been quiet, just his second field goal, but that brings the Lakers within 2.
But Odom's done an excellent job defensively on Nowitzki.
Howard on the drive, draws the foul, and counted. Tough shot. And Howard back-to-back buckets, puts Mavs back up 4.
And you can tell Josh Howard's mentality is, Luke Walton is defending me, well, I'm going to attack him. Gets the basketball in an isolation situation, patient, waits till everybody gets out of his way, and then puts the ball on the floor, getting the contact and the basket.
Walton, meanwhile, fouls out on that. Walton with 11 points, 6 rebounds, couple of assists, couple of steals. Is Terry now coming back out onto the floor? Looks okay. Let's go to Michelle.
Yeah, he was originally on the bench, sort of laughing, joking with guys, but really rubbing that shoulder. And the athletic trainers thought they had to take a look at it. Spent a few minutes in the locker room. They say he's fine, so he's good to go. Even high-five someone coming out of the locker room, Mike.
That's a good sign, but still holding it. Meanwhile, Michelle, they don't like that call. Lakers converging, but a reaching foul on Odom. That's his 3rd. And the Lakers in the penalty with 7:05 remaining against the best free throw shooting team in the NBA. The Mavericks, Walton not happy that he's done. He played well. The Mavericks, 82% from the line. That's a great number. The all-time NBA record, best free throw shooting team, is 83%. That was the Celtics back in 89-90. Today, though, they're just 9 of 15. You see, they're tops. 2 teams over 80. A good free throw shooting. You get up that high, that's a good number. Howard hits a pair. Howard's been quiet all night, but he's got 6 of his 11 all day, I should say. 6 of his 11 here in the 4th. Bryant, as you see, back in. Blocked, but a foul. Howard didn't like the call.
And they're going to go away from the triangle now. They've really struggled trying to create good opportunities. Now it's going to be isolation on Kobe Bryant over and over again. Here he catches it at the elbow. Very tough cover right there.
This will be Bryant's 15th and 16th free throw attempts of the day. Knocks down the first. Our NBA calendar. Dallas right back in action tomorrow night in Utah against the Jazz, 9 Eastern on NBA TV. Doubleheader Thursday on TNT. Cavs and Bulls. It seems like they're playing every day now after that trade. When the Mavericks host the Rockets, tough week for Dallas. Then next Sunday on ABC, we've got a good one for you. San Antonio playing the Suns and Phoenix as Phoenix tries to right their ship with their new player.
And you look, as soon as Phil Jackson brings Gasol back into the ball game, Avery Johnson goes with Eric Dampier. What people don't understand is when Andrew Bynum comes back, that's going to allow Pau Gasol to be defended by power forwards, no longer being beaten up on the offensive end.
Lob it into Stackhouse. Stackhouse reverse won't go. Ball tipped. Here come the Lakers down by 4. Bryant and a foul. Continuation as Howard with the bump. That's going to be Howard's 3rd. And Bryant right back to the line. So Jason Terry, after taking that shot, able to come back in the game. Good to see.
I truly believe with the Lakers, their best offense is putting the ball in the hands of Kobe Bryant and guys ready to lock and load as far as Vujacic, Farmer on the perimeter, ready to catch and make shots off of double teams.
Hearing the chance again. He has never won an MVP, which is hard to believe.
They should investigate that.
Yeah, you're the best player in the league, and you've never been an MVP. And he's been the best player in the league at least the last 3 or 4 years.
For quite a while. Well, this is his year. My prediction. I'll go out on a limb and say this is his year.
Now he's hitting his free throws. 2-point game, 6.5 to play. Both these teams with championship aspirations, both making major deals in season. Kidd too strong over the backboard Laker ball.
But it was defended much better by the Lakers right then. Gasol, instead of coming up to show on the pick and roll, laid back, which prevented Kidd from hitting Dampier on the roll and made Kidd take the pull-up jump shot.
Really a good adjustment because what you're doing as a coach and as a staff, you're playing the numbers. You're making Jason Kidd a scorer as opposed to a guy making plays for others.
It has been a physical game. Gasol hasn't scored since the first quarter. Drives. Knocked away, and a whistle. Hard to hear the whistle. Crowd into it. And Pau Gasol will shoot 2.
And obviously the high pick and roll had hurt the Lakers in the first half. Now Gasol lays back, forces Kidd to take that pull-up, which eliminated what he wants to do, which is hit Dampier on the roll.
Gasol for his career is a 72% free throw shooter. He had 12 points in the first quarter today, and that's his first point since. Bass is going to come in for Dampier.
I don't think Dampier wanted to come out. Said something to Kobe Bryant that made him laugh.
Two free throws from Pau Gasol. Tie game with just over 6 to play. Another sellout crowd at the Staples Center. They've sold out every home game this year. As the Lakers are once again huge here in the city. Nowitzki guarded by Odom. Puts it in, tough shot. It's been a long afternoon for Dirk Nowitzki. Well, that's his 5th field goal.
That's what makes him a tough matchup because he didn't put the ball on the floor, caught the ball in a sweet spot. Excellent defense by Lamar Odom, but eliminates the contest by fading away.
Gasol. Shot clock winding down. Nowitzki tries to poke it away. Bryant for 3. It's good.
Bad job by Josh Howard. No need in double teaming. Pau Gasol on the block leaves the best player on the planet wide open to knock down a dagger 3.
Lakers' first lead of the fourth quarter. Bryant 11 of his 33 in the period. Terry misses. And Kobe Bryant his 7th rebound. Odom sets himself. That's a 3. Won't go, and Howard the rebound. Crowd ready to explode if that one went down. Bass against Bryant. Off and under. Gasol the rebound. Under 5 to play. Farmer looking for an opening. Finds Gasol. Vujacic, a 3. Ball tipped, taken by Farmer, and a new 24 for the Lakers. Bryant on the pull-up, puts it in. 3-point lead for the Lakers on an 11-2 run, and the Mavericks call timeout. 13 points in the quarter for Kobe Bryant.
No sense in double teaming. When you do, pay the price. Gotcha. Bryant for the long-range bomb. And then Jordan Farmer pulls it out, gets it to Kobe, stops on a dime, gives him 9 cents change.
Jason Kidd has played well, but here's why they got him. Fourth quarter close game. Vujacic, who can be pretty tough defensively, up on Kidd. Kidd drives past him, though. Howard blocked by Gasol. He's an underrated shot blocker.
And you make a good point because the tone is being set by Vujacic picking Jason Kidd up the length of the court.
Vujacic, that's a 2. He just can't get it to fall today. Just 2 of 9. We've been red hot this whole month. Nowitzki lost it, poked out of bounds by Odom. Mavs ball with 18 on the shot clock. Stackhouse is going to come back in for Dallas. Howard sits.
He only played 11 minutes in the first half. Avery Johnson must not like some of the things he's doing out on the court because he's been in and out.
Nowitzki on the drive. Tough shot. Knocks it down. A lot of contact on the play. But they've let them play all afternoon long.
But Nowitzki creates most of the contact by dropping his right shoulder in. Those are not fouls. That's good officiating.
Bryant has Stackhouse on him. Falling away. In and out. Coming up on 3 minutes remaining. Mavericks trying to get what would be a very impressive road win. Nowitzki again, same move. Not that time, and Farmar the rebound.
You got to give Lamar Odom a lot of credit, doing a good job of battling defense.
Farmar, bad pass, stolen by Kidd. Kidd to Terry. Terry to Nowitzki. Shot blocked for the foul. Kobe Bryant got a piece of it. Dick Pavetta blew the whistle, and Nowitzki will shoot 2. Excuse me, Terry.
And in transition, Kidd hands it off to Jason Terry. Doesn't settle on the offensive end. Finds Dirk Nowitzki. It's a tough call, and Kobe Bryant upset about it.
It is Nowitzki who will go to the line. He has not been to the line at all today. This is his first free throw attempts of the game. Bryant's first foul. And the Mavericks, the best free throw shooting team in the NBA. Just 10 for 17 from the line. And look at Dirk's numbers. Tie game with 2:38 remaining. It has been close throughout the entire second half. Largest lead by either team 6. That was Dallas here in the 4th. Bryant, he got hit. And he'll go back to the line.
See, right now, as Bryant brings it up slowly, I'm coming to trap him before he can generate a head of steam and attack my big man. I'm going to get it out of his hands earlier in the shot clock rather than late in the shot clock.
He's got 13 points already in the 4th quarter.
Well, he's bringing it up right now. I'm coming with that first man to trap him. Now he can attack Dampier. Dampier has to give ground, and he's right into the pull-up.
But the thing is, that's something that the Mavericks don't believe in. That's why they lost the championship, allowing Dwayne Wade to single-handedly come up and isolate.
Bryant, who is 3 for 10 from the free throw line at one point in this game, has now hit 10 in a row. ABC World News coming up, except on the West Coast following NBA basketball. 2-point lead for the Lakers. Nowitzki spinning. He drew the foul. The place reacts. It seemed like a flop. There was contact. And Nowitzki will go to the line. Both teams have been in the penalty for a while now.
And Lamar Odom doing a great job of battling Dirk Nowitzki with the ball. Not complete. That's a flop right there. That's a bad call. That's solid defense and a flop by Nowitzki going to the line.
And it was interesting. Terry and Nowitzki ran the step-up pick and roll. And the difference between Terry and Jason Kidd, the pass back from Terry to Nowitzki was below his waist, so he couldn't catch and shoot. He was wide open for a count. The ball was not delivered on target.
Dirk Nowitzki yesterday told us, hey, every game is big for us for the rest of the way. Right now, they're 5th in the seeding in the Western Conference. You lose a couple of games in a row, and your playoff spot's in real jeopardy. Certainly any kind of home court advantage. Perhaps Mavericks, as we said, the tightest conference standings and race in over 30 years in the NBA. So many big games. And Stackhouse with the foul. The officials have tightened it up here in the last couple of minutes. And there you see the Mavericks. So after they play the Spurs, then they're home against the Kings in that one. Now they have the Lakers, the Jazz, the Rockets. That's every night is a tough matchup.
And right now, this elbow isolation, one-on-one versus Stackhouse. Stackhouse does not have the lateral quickness to defend Kobe Bryant. You either have to go zone, you have to have Kidd guard him, or you got to double him when he faces up.
I think as a coach, there's no way, with no disrespect to Jerry Stackhouse, I'm not living with him being isolated by Kobe Bryant one-on-one. I have to send help and dare someone else to beat me if I'm Avery Johnson.
Bryant knocking down the free throws. Now it's 17 points in the fourth quarter. 39 for the game. Under 2 minutes to play. This one, little playoff-like atmosphere. Certainly the physical nature of the game. Shot clock winding down. Nowitzki against Odom again. Backing in, falling away. It's a tough shot from Nowitzki. He's come alive here in this fourth quarter. 9 of his 18.
I think the same exact thing. If you're Phil Jackson, at some point you may want to send somebody to help and get the ball out of the hands of Dirk Nowitzki.
Kidd now on Bryant. Bryant to the basket. Puts it in. And a foul. He took a shot. And now with a chance for a three-point play. 41 for Kobe Bryant as Dampier is fouled out of the game.
And I said it a million times, I'll take great offense over great defense any day of the week. Kidd switches on to Kobe Bryant, does not matter. A scorer already has a rhythm, establishes himself, takes the contact, attacks the rim, and going to the line for the possible three-point play.
6th time this season Kobe Bryant has hit the 40-point mark. 2nd time against the Mavericks. He's hit 12 straight free throws and has 19 points here in the fourth quarter. Lakers by 3. Dampier, after one of the best games he's played this year, can only watch now after his 6th foul. Chance of defense from the sold-out crowd. Boy, Odom and Nowitzki really battling. Nowitzki, 5 on the shot clock. Kicks it out. Kidd, Terry, drives. The runner in the lane. Banks it in as the shot clock expires. Oh, what a shot from Terry.
The adjustment by Phil Jackson, sending Gasol over to the strong side, zoning the area, forcing Dirk to get rid of the ball.
And this sellout crowd on its feet.
You have to double it.
Here comes the double. Bryant on the drive. Pass deflected and stolen. A rare turnover. And the Mavericks will call timeout with 28.5 seconds remaining. Trailing by 1.
But finally sending a double team, no longer being the boxer taking all the punches, but now you dictate the tempo. Double team comes, you force them into the turnover and give yourself a chance.
Have made big plays down the stretch of what has been a close, tight game.
And you look at what Dirk Nowitzki is doing. Isolation, the strength, the ability to two-step, get Lamar Odom off him, creates the airspace and knocks down the shot the second time, fading away, doesn't get the basket, but Avery Johnson goes back to his big franchise player. Isolation in the middle of the floor, contact, goes to the line, knocks down the free throw. Isolation again on the opposite side. 7-footer fading away, knocking down the jump shot. A tough matchup for anyone.
Nowitzki down the stretch, making the big plays. 9 of the last Maverick points. Kobe Bryant, 16 of the last 18 Laker points. And Jason Kidd is on the floor. Vujicic screaming, yelling at Kidd as he tries to defend. Nowitzki, stripped by Kobe Bryant, but they get the ball back. Kidd fires over to Stackhouse. The three blocked by Gasol. Taken by Bryant. They have to foul. Gasol throws it ahead to Vujicic. Vujicic back for Odom, and he's hammered by Stackhouse with 6.9 remaining. They let too much time go off the clock. But the Lakers with some terrific defensive work on that last possession.
Well, this is how you get it done on the defensive end to close out. Double team Dirk Nowitzki, active hands by Bryant, chasing down the loose ball. Pau Gasol, the extra effort, contesting the shot, and then get rid of the basketball. Don't allow them to foul. Precious clock ticking away.
So Odom with big free throws here with a 1-point game. Mavericks still have a timeout left. These are huge.
And I don't like Brendan Bass being matched up against Bryant on the offensive rebound. Bryant is a terrific free throw rebounder, particularly against an inexperienced player.
Odom misses Bryant. There it is, Jeff. Kobe Bryant gets the offensive rebound, just like you predicted. Huge play, and now he'll go to the line after getting fouled.
He didn't predict it. That's coaching. That's knowing what you're talking about.
This guy is just too active. I just don't like not having that third guy on his side to squeeze him. You can't leave him one-on-one against Brandon Bass. He's just too good.
Those are his numbers. 20 of them have come here in the fourth quarter. He has been sensational once again. A brilliant performance from Kobe Bryant. But this one is not over, even if he hits both free throws. That's 14 straight free throws he's made.
Well, even a broken clock is right twice a day.
Well, I got to give him credit. He's hearing the MVP chants all afternoon. Does it again. Timeout Mavericks. Their final timeout. 6.1 seconds remain here at the Staples Center. For the three.
I absolutely foul. Phil Jackson does not believe in the foul, though, competing against him before.
I definitely foul, and also the Dallas Mavericks have no more timeouts left.
Have to get it in. Kidd back out. Nowitzki puts up the three. Puts it in. Ties the game with 2 seconds remaining. Dirk Nowitzki nails the big shot.
And that's a Phoenix Suns play right there. They run that same action to get a need three, a very difficult cover. You have to foul on the catch, in my opinion. Put Jason Kidd to the line.
Learn as a youngster, guard the guy inbounding the basketball. Kidd with the screen from Terry allows Dirk Nowitzki to air space, steps into a rhythm jump shot. Careless play by the Lakers. You gotta foul.
Dirk Nowitzki with 12 big points here in the fourth quarter. None bigger than that. The Dallas Mavericks have stunned the crowd here at the Staples Center. Final play, Dallas down by 3. Or the last play, seconds to go. Nowitzki, huge three-pointer. And again, Phil Jackson deciding not to foul.
But if you're Lamar Odom, Nowitzki's taking it out. The play's for him. Get up on him. You should have no separation. This is an isolation for Bryant as they run guys to the backcourt. Staying in on Bryant, make him throw it out to Jordan Farmore. They run the same play since Michael Jordan's time.
Lakers, meanwhile, they still have 2 timeouts left. The Mavericks do not have a foul to give. Odom will inbounds. Looking for Bryant. Poked away by Kidd. Puts it up. And we go to overtime. The Dallas Mavericks force the OT with Nowitzki's clutch three-point shot. And they'll put 5 minutes up on the clock. What a wild game.
You've got to win those games because you're not going to win all the games against the top teams.
So 5 extra minutes. Foul trouble is an issue. Each team has had somebody foul out. Dampier is fouled out for Dallas. Walton is fouled out for the Lakers. Gasol, Vujicic for 3. Puts it in. He's been struggling all afternoon, but the Lakers get on the board first in the extra period.
That's what you want from a legit post guy. Look to make plays. Pau Gasol, dribble penetration, finds Vujic.
Kidd, nice move, couldn't finish. And Pau Gasol with his 11th rebound. Kobe Bryant has been brilliant this afternoon. 22 of his 44 in the fourth quarter. On the drive. Pushed it in again.
See, right now, you got to move Nowitzki up to trap him as you force him to the baseline. If he gets ahead of steam, it's just too hard to cover.
46 for Bryant. Kidd looking. Shot clock at 7. Terry lost the handle, deflected out of bounds again by Odom. Good defense from Odom. You mentioned it earlier. He's done a nice job defensively today.
Odom's a terrific front-line type guy, defender and rebounder. The only problem he has, he gets lost in games sometimes offensively because of a lack of aggression.
Now, I think in that pick-and-roll situation, Jordan Farmer might as well switch and stay on Nowitzki as opposed to chasing down Terry.
Another three. Dirk Nowitzki nails it, and it's back to a 2-point game.
And he's popping his shirt. Oh, my. You see how
he's having a good time.
Nowitzki was struggling all afternoon.
Can you pop your shirt when you're down in a game?
Bryant to the basket. Gasol lost the rebound. Bass tips it, lost it to Gasol, who misses the layup, but gets his own rebound. Vujic for 3. Boy, he doesn't hesitate, but Odom gets another offensive board. And Bryant says, let's bring it out.
Oh, you got to help Brandon Bass out. Don't tell me you're not going to double him.
Farmar, Vujic, Odom, Gasol, hammered by Nowitzki. Smart foul, excellent ball movement, and free throws for the Lakers.
I tell you what, we have not seen a better jump shooting 7-footer ever. Dirk Nowitzki off balance, in rhythm, and then popping his shirt, as coach would say. Come on, Odom saying, what else can I do?
Nowitzki was 4 for 16 from the field through the first 3 quarters, but in the fourth and overtime, he's 5 of 7. 3-point Laker lead. Josh Howard's going to come back in.
And I like this substitution. You know, you can be mad at a player for how he's playing, like Josh Howard, but he gives you a better chance to win than the inexperienced Brandon Bass in this type of situation.
Gasol hits the pass. Lakers have taken 44 free throw attempts to 20 by the Mavericks. They lead by 4, just over 2.5 to play in OT. Nowitzki. Not that time. Odom lost it, but Vujic right there.
But what I don't understand is trapping the pick and roll, allowing Dirk Nowitzki to step into a rhythm 3. You are going to hurt yourself giving him wide open looks.
Bryant looking. Gets inside and floats it in. Beautiful shot from Kobe Bryant. It's a 6-point lead. He's tied his season high with 48. Kidd to the basket. Bryant with his 10th rebound. Two minutes to go. They get it out of his hand. Gasol out to Vujic for 3. And a loose ball foul called on Odom. And we'll go down the other way.
Well, this is just a travel, actually. That's what it was. But to have a running hook shot from 8 feet, that's a terrific move. Even though he took about an extra hop, skip, and a jump. That's the triple jump.
Odom, meanwhile, with his 5th foul. And it's the first foul in the last 2 minutes. And Kobe Bryant on the verge of perhaps another 50-point game. A brilliant performance. His team up 6 here at OT. What a fun afternoon at the Staples Center in Los Angeles. They've sold out every game. They have Laker fever back once again. The Lakers leading 102-96 here on March the 2nd, 2008. 36 years ago, a special day in NBA history. That's the day the Big Dipper went for 100 points against the Knicks. The great Harvey Pollack, longtime statistician with Philadelphia, making that sign in one of the most famous pictures in NBA history. It's one of 3 jerseys he's had retired. Look at those free throw shooting that afternoon or that night for Will Chamberlain.
I just don't see why they weren't doubling him. How can you let a guy who's on pace for 100 get 63 shots? Who was coaching that other team?
46 years ago today, not 36. My math is off a bit. That's the year he averaged over 50 a game.
I'm glad we show those stats because I have a brother, Harry, that doesn't believe that Wilt got 100. Come on.
Of course, Kobe Bryant has the second highest at 81. This afternoon, he's got 48. A sensational performance, especially in the fourth quarter when he poured in 22.
I'm going to say this. 81 against today's superior defense and coaching is a bigger achievement than 100 by Wilt.
Especially the way he got that 81. That night it was perimeter jump shots, contested threes, knocking down plays.
Nowitzki. Foul by Gasol. And the Lakers in the penalty. Those are the numbers for Kobe Bryant.
I think the difference is one guy is dominating the paint area, another guy is dominating from the perimeter. So to me, that 81 is more impressive because those were long-range jump shots. Tough runners.
We should have got Kobe to have an 81 sign like Wilt had. 100. I like that. Would have been nice. The symmetry right there to draw it together.
Meanwhile, Nowitzki, who struggled most of the afternoon, he's got 25 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists. And ABC World News coming up, or your local news after the game. 4-point game here in overtime, just under 2 minutes to play.
And I like this adjustment, Mark. You see it.
Absolutely. The Mavericks deciding to go into a zone trying to disrupt what the Lakers are doing.
Kobe Bryant pulls up. It's good. 50 points for Kobe Bryant, the 22nd time in his career he's hit that mark.
I think they should go into a box and one. Put the box on Kobe and the one on everybody else.
Terry kicks it out. Howard to Kidd. Kidd for 3. Won't go. Nowitzki on the follow. Beautiful play from Nowitzki. And the Mavericks stay within 4.
You got to give Dirk a lot of credit. He is single-handedly keeping his team in this ballgame.
Gasol drives hard, layup short. Nowitzki the board.
Why was that ball not in Kobe Bryant's hands again?
Jason Terry. Kidd finding Stackhouse. Back out. Howard for 3. Won't go. And Gasol the rebound. His 14th of the game.
I think a lot of times in this league, coaches try to overcoach. Put the ball in your best player's hands and play through him.
It's a 2-possession game. Do you foul here, Jeff?
No, you're going to double those. Double him.
Bryant to the basket. Misses it. Odom almost keeps it alive, but Nowitzki comes out, and then a foul on Kobe Bryant with 29.6 seconds remaining.
And the poor play by Bryant to foul. Now, if Nowitzki makes 1 or 2, they still have a 2-on-1, a 2-for-1 situation where they're not going to have to foul. But I just don't like how they're playing this pick and roll where Kobe Bryant is in charge of attacking versus, as you said, Mark, instead of taking all the punches, you come at him and make him get rid of it early.
Nowitzki will go to the line. Again, big numbers for Nowitzki after the first 3 quarters. It was a nightmare shooting. He missed 12 of 16 shots, but he came alive at the right time, including hitting the 3-pointer with 2 seconds to go in regulation to force this overtime. And as you see there, there's a 5.6 difference between the game clock and the shot clock. Much free throws, 2-point game. And some full court pressure. The Mavs, as you mentioned, Jeff, do not have to foul. Lakers do not call a timeout. Gasol. Nice spin move inside, and he got hit. Pretty move from Gasol. He's perfect from the line this afternoon at 6 for 6.
How about the confidence that Phil Jackson and the Lakers are showing in Gasol? Kobe Bryant having a field day, gets the ball to Gasol with the game on the line, spins opposite away from the help, gets fouled, and going to the line.
Big free throws. Both teams hitting free throws. Gasol with 14 big rebounds. He scored early. Kobe Bryant having a conversation with a couple of members of the bench of the Mavs. It looks like Devin George, his former teammate. And Gasol misses. Nowitzki the rebound. It's a three-point game. A huge miss with 15.3 remaining. And Dallas calls timeout. So the Mavericks now down to one timeout left. Neither team with a foul to give. And they'll get the ball at half court. All right, Jeff, you're down by 3 if you're Dallas. 15.7 left. You still have a timeout left. That's an eternity. Dallas doesn't necessarily have to go for a 3 here, right?
No, you get the best, quickest shot you can. Whether it's a 3 or a 2, you want to take a good shot and do it as quickly as possible.
Mark, how impressive Nowitzki again. Struggling all afternoon. Couldn't hit a shot of 4 of 16 through the first 3, and then just took over the game down the stretch for the Mavs.
Well, you got to give him a lot of credit because he has kept his team in the ball game, being double teamed, single coverage, contesting shots. He is finding ways to knock down plays and putting his team in a position. Game on the line, you need a 3. Great job of selling the play. Excellent screen from Terry. Nowitzki, everybody in the building knowing the ball is going to go to him. Big time play.
And the 2 All-Stars, one the reigning MVP, perhaps one the future MVP. Both come up big at crunch time for their respective teams. Howard looking, finds it to Kidd. Kidd on the drive. Puts up. Oh, he's fouled, and he puts it in. The foul and a chance for the traditional three-point play. A big mistake by the Lakers. Phil Jackson very upset with the call. Gasol can't believe it.
The right play by the Mavericks, going for a quick 2. Gasol hand straight up. That's not a foul, but Kidd does a good job of taking it to the body of Gasol, getting the basket and going to the line.
It looked like he hit him there on the shoulder.
This guy, it depends on which team he would be coaching that he would say if it's a foul.
No, I really do. I thought that was a foul. And I just think they should have been more upset about their lack of communication.
But he misses the free throw that would have tied it. That was his first free throw attempt of the afternoon. And now they have to foul the Lakers. But this one again, still far from over. Let's watch him. He knew it was short. This year, Kidd from the free throw line, 81%. But that one falls short. This will be his 27th free throw attempt coming up, and that will tie his career high. An extraordinary performance. Now the Mavericks still have a timeout left. What great free throw shooting for Bryant. Remember, he had missed 7 of his first 10. Kobe Bryant with 52. But the Lakers' lead is just 3. Time begins at 3 Eastern. Tip-off shortly after 3:30. Here at the Staples Center, 9.4 remaining. Lakers by 3. They chose not to foul at the end of regulation. They got burned. Jeff, they probably won't again. What's the reasoning?
Well, my reasoning is this. Why to foul? To foul and have it come back and hurt you, you've got to make the first free throw, you've got to get the rebound, and then you've got to make another shot versus just make one three-point shot.
Kidd has it. They're not going to foul. Nowitzki for 3. Puts it up. Air ball. Rebound Odom. And there's a foul by Terry with 2.5 remaining, but they get another good look. This one just didn't fall.
I just don't understand how you live with yourself, allowing them to get off a three-pointer and perhaps tie the ball game. You've been burned once. You're in a position where you can foul, especially they have the basketball and you can choose when you foul. The ball is on the floor. You cannot allow the best shooter on the floor to catch and get a dead-eye look. Fortunately for the Lakers, they got away.
Odom hits one, and this one is over. If he misses a pair, Dallas can try a last-second shot. There's the first miss, but the Mavericks are out of timeouts. So they can't call timeout to advance the ball. They've got to quickly get it up. Odom, 1 of 5 from the line. Makes that, and that will do it. Makes it a 4-point game with 2.5 remaining. Terry has it, and the Lakers with a thrilling win here in overtime, led by an extraordinary performance from Kobe Bryant with 52 points. Dirk Nowitzki hit a big shot, but they fell short. Lakers now 14-2 in their last 14 games, as the Mavs fall to 4-3 since Jason Kidd was acquired. This has been a presentation of ESPN.